my channel GST Mania. Today I am here to discuss about some basic fundamental concepts of GST. GST. Before going to the topic, one should understand the tax systems in India. There are two types of tax systems. One is direct tax and the other one is indirect tax. Direct tax is an income-based tax system, but indirect tax is a supply-based tax system. And impact and incidence in direct tax is on same person, but in indirect tax, impact is on one head and incidence is on other head. Direct tax is progressive in nature, while indirect tax is regressive in nature. In direct tax, previous year income is assessed in the assessment year, but there is no concept of previous year and assessment year in indirect taxes. CBDT is the apex body in direct tax system, Central Board of Direct Taxes. CBIC, Central Board of Indirect Taxes and Customs, is the apex body in indirect tax systems. Now our topic is on indirect taxes. Previously there are lot of taxes, bundled of taxes like VAT, CST, service tax, excise duty in indirect taxes. To eliminate all these bundled of taxes, GST is introduced. What is GST? GST is a tax on supply of goods or services or both, but except on supply of alcoholic liquor for human consumption. Now, when going to the advantages of GST, GST is a destination-based consumption taxation, and GST allows continuous flow of credit. GST removes cascading effect. Cascading effect means tax on tax. And GST is a uniform tax system all over the India. Uniform tax system means one nation, one tax. One nation, one tax is the main motto to introduce GST. And in GST, most important advantage is burden is borne by the final consumers. Apart from this, what is the need of GST in India? For GST in India, deficiencies in the previous tax laws caused the need to bring GST in India as a cure for illness in the previous tax regimes. Now coming to the topic of applicability. Applicability of GST. India adopted dual GST model, which imposed concurrently by the state and central governments. Dual GST model means it consists of CGST, SGST, IGST and UTGST. CGST means Central Goods and Service Tax, which is collected by the central government. SGST means State Goods and Service Tax, which is collected by the state government. IGST means Integrated Goods and Service Tax, which is collected by the central government. UTGST means Union Territories Goods and Service Tax, which is collected by the Union Territories. There are 5 types of tax rates applicable in GST. That is 0%, which is the nil percent, 5%, 12%, 18% and 28%, according to the product and supplier. How to decide whether IGST or CGST plus SGST is levied on the invoices rise? And the answer depends upon the location of supplier and place of supply. If the location of supplier and place of supply is in same state, then it becomes intrastate transaction. Then CGST plus SGST is levied. If the location of supplier and the place of supply is in different states, then it becomes interstate transaction. Then IGST will be levied. For example, if A of Vijayawada transfers goods to B of Guntur, both the persons are in same state but in different places. So, CGST and SGST is levied. Actual price of goods is 20,000 and GST, as this is the intrastate supply, CGST and SGST is levied. That is 9%, 1800 and 1800. So the final value of goods is 23,600. A collects 23,600 from B and pays 1800 and 1800 to central government and state government respectively. After that, B of Guntur transfers the same goods to C of Vizag. B purchased goods for 23,600 and adds profit of 400 and the becomes 24,000. Along with 24,000, B also has to pay tax GST to government. As the same places are in these two places are in the same state, again CGST and SGST is levied. So the final value of the goods becomes 28,320. Come to the cascading effect of this system. Final tax paid by B is 2,160 and 2,160. And he already pays 1,800 and 1,800 on goods he purchased. So ITC is available. So he has to less 1,800 and 1,800. The final tax paid by B is only 360 and 360. And these 2,160 is borne by the final consumer. GST is a destination-based tax. It needs a robust mechanism amongst the state and center. This is possible only when there is a strong IT infrastructure which enables capture, processing and exchange of information. As a result, GSTN network has been set up. Goods and Service Tax Network. This network is set up under Section 8 of the Companies Act 2013. Section 8 means not-for-profit organization. GSTN is a 100% government-owned company. Coming to the functions of GSTN, it helps in filing of registration application, filing of returns, creation of challan for tax payments, settlement of IGST payment like clearinghouse, and generation of business and intelligence analytics, etc. These are all under non-statutory functions. Apart from the non-statutory functions, there are some statutory functions. Statutory functions to be performed by the tax officials under GST like registration, assessments, audit, appeal, enforcement, etc. will remain with the respective tax departments. All these functions and GST networks are controlled by the GST Council. GST Council consists of Union Finance Minister as a chairperson and Union Minister of State in charge of Finance as a member, and State Finance Minister or State Revenue Minister or any other minister nominated by each state as a member of the Council. The Council harmonizes the different aspects of GST between the state and center. Coming to the functions of GST Council, Council makes recommendations to state or center on tax rates, exemptions, threshold limits, dispute resolutions and GST legislations. Before concluding the topic, as the GST is levied on all supply of goods and services except alcoholic liquor for human consumption, the power to levy central excise duty is still exercised on some products. They are high-speed diesel and motor spirit, commonly known as petrol, petroleum crude, aviation turbine fuel, natural gas, and tobacco products. Once GST Council is recommended the date from which the GST is imposed on these products, no duty on manufacture of these products is levied and no sales tax will be imposed. This is all about introduction of GST. Next video we will discuss about levy and collection of tax. If you like my video, hit the like button, share to your friends, drop a comment and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Bye bye.